morning, everybody. My name is Bobbie Richardson. I am a channeler and a seer, have been all my life. This is really my new get up at the moment. So this is something that my partner bought me, this new beautiful table and this desk. We've moved into a new home and I have a new friend to show you, or a new family member of mine to show you in a minute. These are going to be my weekly update readings. I do tarot just for the fun of it, but I'm actually a channeler, and so I will channel on Thursdays directly through my team. My soul team is mainly Palladians, there's Arcturians, and there's others that pop in as well, as I can go straight to source energy. I've literally been in source energy. I asked to feel what oneness was, and I was taken there, and it is the most extraordinary feeling of being an observational point of your entire creation, of your central point of reference, which is you, at the heart of who you are, creating your reality. So this is all about this ascension, so-called ascension that we're going through, is really about us upgrading into realizing that we are the creator of our own reality and taking responsibility back of how we're creating that through our thoughts, through our beliefs, through our actions, and so forth. And so good to see so many people online already. I'm going to show you my newest member and then I'll let her out. Come here, Penny. So, welcome to Penny. This is Penny. She's a little sausage dog, a little Dachshund. So my partner bought her for us and the family as we moved into our new home, which I'm going to do a video of the new home. I've come from a relationship 2 years ago that was not the greatest relationship in the whole wide world, and then did a lot of self-healing, self-analyzation, really listened to my guides who have taken me on this journey once before, and then I ended up meeting my beautiful man 7-8 months ago, and now we've moved into this beautiful home, and this is exactly what I was wanting to manifest. So it is possible, guys. All of this is possible. You can create your own reality. Look at her, isn't she cute? Say hi, Penny. Hi. Anyway, I will put her down because otherwise I won't do any readings for you guys. There you go. Okay, back to it. I'm going to put my glasses on and then we'll call in my guides a bit more. And we will go from there. She's going to do a bit of whining. I think I might have to get my partner to grab her because she loves being with me. Okay. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Annie. Hey, Malcolm. Hey, Sneezana. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you guys here. Hey, Lucy. Really good to see you here. So I'm not going through Facebook, and I'm hoping like heck that this transition is going to be a lot easier, a lot smoother, no more hiccups, because we've got a better internet on as well. So hopefully this goes a lot smoother. But we will start off with the energy of the general readings, and then we'll go into free chat bar readings after that. So energy update. There's been a lot of, it does depend on where you are in your whole, in your own self-belief, but I think people are starting to realize that what they focus on is what they're bringing in. And the more they focus in on even something that's been pulled over our eyes as an illusion of the structure of society, even if that is focused on, it seems to be getting bigger. And as soon as we let it go and just start focusing on, okay, what do I want? I want a beautiful family. I want my family to be happy. I want to meet nice friends. I want my career to take off. As soon as we start focusing down that path and envisioning and using our imagination for the rightful way that it should be used, to create something beautiful in your life, then you're starting to see glimmers of, okay, I can see from that the difference from that to that. And that's why they told me to say out with the old and in with the new. But let's see what the cards have to say as well. So I have my Osho deck here. Good morning, Diane and Maggie. Mary, blessings to you too. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say as well today. And don't forget, on Thursday morning I do straight channeling. Me and my team get together on a soul. Sorry, I'm sort of getting messages at the same time as talking. I'll just shush. Here we go. So here we go. We have patience as the first one that's up for us. Now, nobody really wants to see patience coming up, but it's a really good card because it gets us to take a breath. And they're really showing me this. Just breathe and feel into, like, she's not in any pain. She's just sitting very happily waiting. She's knowing expectations of something beautiful coming. But before humanity does give birth, we do have, that pain that pushes the threshold of us to push out something new into our life. And so we do tend to go through these moments of doing that. But she's sitting there patiently, knowing that there's something beautiful around the corner. So we have to be a little bit more patient with ourselves through transitions that are so intense, and the energies they're not going to get any less. They started off with a slow, becoming intense, and then they drop off, and then they become intense. Well, now it's like this. It's like intense dropped off, and so you get these moments of, holy crap, what's happening to my life? Everything's breaking down and this is not going right for me. And so that's to show you where you need to look at yourself, and then boom, I feel release. I feel good about my life again. And it just keeps doing this, and it will, until there's this point of realization that you can never let go of this, but you can have a acceptance of an understanding and an acceptance, and you ride through the moments of intenseness, knowing full well, like she does, that at the other side of that intenseness is this beautiful creation, that you have released something that you never go back to. So that's the first card that came out. Second one is, sharing. I'm just going to get another one with that. And trust. Sharing, trust. We have suppression and we have letting go on the other side, but suppression's upside down, and so is trust, actually. I don't usually read these cards upside down, but I'm going to read that suppression upside down. This feels right. Let's go to these ones. Sharing and trust. Okay, they're telling me that with the sharing card, it's more to do with letting, it's funny, I was going to say letting go, and we have the card letting go enough to realize that when we give to others in a open-hearted way, that we never really, anything that was yours to begin with was always going to be yours, and it will always boomerang back to you. And so trusting that sharing game of allowing the process of give and take, giving and receiving. If, say, for instance, you have enough for yourself with some sort of subject, some sort of something, material thing, and and then you want to share the rest of it, or you want to hold on to the rest of it, because you're scared that in the future you might need that. They're saying don't hold on to anything other than what you need in this present moment, because if you start to do that, you'll see this ebb and flow between humanity's consciousness, where we're just naturally giving and receiving easily, knowing that whatever is meant to be yours was meant to be yours in that moment. And it is all to do with how we talk to ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, if we know that we're worthy of that sort of thing, rather than hoarding and repressing things that keep things stuck in humanity's consciousness, where we're not giving and receiving. In other words, like if you have a tree, that fruits, oranges or something like that, it never holds on to the oranges just in case next year it doesn't birth any more oranges. It has an absolute knowing that it's going to birth more oranges until the end of its life at least. And so it releases them and lets them all go. And if they rot on the ground, they rot on the ground. If someone picks them and eats them, they let the process of the journey happen. A bird will eat them and swallow the seeds, and then the seeds get carried and your energy gets carried out to the world. So in the sharing, we're learning to, through trusting that process, let our energy go out to the world as well. So then we have a letting go card and suppression, but it did come in reverse. So suppression is where the mind is constantly at itself and really feeling like, I can't handle this anymore. What am I going to do? I'm just going to sit in this mind crap. And it really feels like I'm going to explode any moment now. But it's asking us to just let it go. Very similar to the tree that I just they just brought up, where the fruit gets let go. If the tree held on to that fruit, the fruit will rot, the branch will rot, and it will become sick. So this is what's happened with humanity's consciousness and the dealings with being always worried about the future and not trusting in their presence in the moment. And so they're constantly hoarding, keeping things safe, and then the person down the road probably needed what you've already got, and they don't get it because they're all scared. And so we have this energy of hoarding and fear in humanity's consciousness. So somebody has to start saying, I trust who I am in this moment, so I'm going to allow the energy to just move into me allowing to let go of what I don't need. And I'm not saying everything, because we all need to fill the bottom of our bucket for what we deserve, what we decide we want in our reality. And there's no wrong and right. Please, there's no wrong or right. If I just wanted a backpack on my back and travel around the world, then so be it. That's what my energy dictates to me, so I can be free to do that. But my energy is at home. I'm a nester. I love my home. And so I have manifested the home that I always dreamt of, and so forth. And then from then on, any extra that I get, I can give to others. So I end up doing these free readings and so forth for people. Although I do have one-on-one personal readings, and you can find my link down below if you want one. But it is to do with you decide what's right for you, because this is your creation, right? This is what you can handle and what you judge in your own right. Nothing to do with anybody else judging. Okay, let's see what the tarots have to say as well for the energy update. Kathy, let's uplift this reality together in love. We are quantum, we certainly are. Everyone's a reflection of everyone, and anyone that is in your reality that isn't reflecting what you like, then look at yourself. Don't keep pointing the finger at them. Look at yourself, especially if it's a reoccurring, same similar energy pattern. And then you start to say, oh, I see where I'm lacking, why they're coming into my reality to show me that lack. But we are quantumly, or it does come down to you because you're the central point of your reality in the end. Okay, so a couple popped out then. I like flying out. I like it when they fly out like that. Okay, and then too many flew out. Just too many. Let's see what we've got here. So we have the Five of Chalices in reverse, and so interesting that the Five of Chalices in reverse, and so was suppression. Because the Five of Chalice is always looking at something that didn't go right and not seeing behind you of what is coming in that could go right. So with that, it'd be the mind game that we play within ourselves. And that is in reverse. So we're learning to let go of the mind games that are keeping us held into focusing in on the wrong thing, focusing in on things that we don't need anymore. Really out with the old. We don't need to keep repeating that same cycle anymore. But look what it came out with, the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is like the best card that you can have for having everything that you wish, all your desires. See how she's patient, she's waiting for the birth of her child. So are we as humanity's consciousness is waiting from the individual points of our inner self, the birth of our new creation, what we're actually really wanting and desiring, what's our soul wanting to play in this game field of becoming a human on Gaia, on Earth. Do we want to become more connected with the trees and understanding more of what's surrounding us and our environment? Or do we want to keep on going down the same path of we have to be in a survival game, which was the illusion pulled over our eyes? And then next to that, we have the Ten of Wands, which is coming to the end of physical work, feeling like we have to work to survive, coming to the end of getting up at 9 and 9 to 5 jobs and all that sort of stuff, and realizing that we don't have to work all that hard. Most of the work that humanity does, we're doing this much for our pay, our wages, and we're doing this much for somebody else at the top of a pyramid that's taking that energy from us and using the money and using what we've created for their own benefits, because they feel they self-righteously deserve, and they feel like they can control you. So there is another way coming, but it is a process, and we have to be patient with this. It's not going to be, it's already a very quickened process, because we've come to the end of one evolutional realization that, logic and that is not needing to be in charge of creating our next move, to bringing in intuition and our guidance and our soul connection and trusting that. So there's been a definite quickening at the end of one and the beginning of another, but it's still going to take time. It's not going to be like overnight unless you yourself have done this work within yourself, in your own consciousness overnight. So we tend to go back and forth until we'll get to this point where we realize we've cleared so much in our path, we don't have those same issues coming up for us. We might then start bringing in other things that will push us into different, how will I put that? I'm just seeing what they're saying to me. There's like you'll never ever stop learning. You'll never ever stop growing. So there will always be something of a blemish within your life that when you get too comfortable, you have to push out of. And then you have to move into something else, because otherwise we get stuck. And that's not the point to living and growing and evolving, our souls evolving. This is an adventure of growth and evolution, really. Let's see what these new cards have to say. Let's just keep an eye on the time as well. Okay. So it's a really huge shift, and we all know it at the core of ourselves. Even those that aren't spiritual, doesn't matter if you are or not. The journey in itself is the journey that you wanted to take, and don't try to change somebody if they're not spiritually inclined. That could be their journey and how they want to, process what's going on, and that's meant to be. So let everything go enough for you to surround yourself with those that you love, that are conducive to your energy. See what else comes up here. So we have, I remember last time this happened too. So we have kingship, community, your group. We're starting to form new groups of people that are much more understanding. I notice that it's upside reverse, so I might see if I can change that. But this is Kingship 32, community, your group. And see how free they look. And these bubbles are bringing me to these bubbles. It's like their thoughts are sending vibrations out and magnetizing the right people in. So that's how we do it. We send this vibration out. We're happy with ourselves and we love our lives, and then we bring in these other people that are also happy with their life and understand you a lot more. And then we have the first card that actually popped out was elementals. So not only kingship, and because we're starting to expand out into and manifest our reality that we love outside of ourselves, we're literally bringing in also an opportunity to become more entangled with or communicate with those that are outside of our norm too, not just what we can see with our eyes, but feel with our hearts, because we're opening that gateway up within ourselves. Soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude, and understanding that the butterfly is just as important as the gold. So the connections that we have with these elementals, they will bring in more better understanding with nature, with medicines, with everything. They come in your dreams. They can literally tap you on the shoulder and give you whisper information and wisdom about nature. And so the butterfly is just as important as the gold. Also, they keep bringing up this scenario when I'm driving too, and it's been brought up again now, where I'm driving along and you see a beetle like coming, and a beetle is fully armored, right? It's got this great big shell around it, and yet it can fly, and it's flying towards a car that's going, say, 90 kilometers an hour into the windscreen. Poor bug, it will just smash into that windscreen. Why? Because it's got this heavy protective gear on. But what happens to a butterfly when it flies towards a car at 90 kilometers an hour? It's more likely that it just rides the waves. So the lighter and the more vulnerable you are in this energy, the more likely you are to ride the waves of the energies and just skip over the car and not be hurt at all. So this is all to do with how we're feeling in ourselves, the lightness of ourselves, trusting who we are, knowing that we deserve to be here to experience something different, to change our reality up. Soulful appreciation, heart gratitude. It's nice. See what else is coming in. I'll just do, the angel cards wanted to come up, so I'll do those. Hey Katie, good to see you. Hey Cherie, good to see you too. Okay. Thank you everybody thank you Annie for helping let people know that I do free readings after this, which will be coming up soon. I'll just see what angels have to say. So angels are another being that, well, actually, to tell you the truth, angels have been other higher benevolent beings, and they have been seen with the naked eye in the distant past, and they have these energies that come off them, and they look like wings, and they seem very etheric. They're more inclined to be to do with light work. There's different types. There's many different types. There's not just one type of being that was considered angel. Although humanity's consciousness clumped it all together and logified it into one. Let's see what high benevolent beings have to say. So we have signs. That's a nice card to come up through this time. So the more you start to clear your energy, let go of the past, the more you start to see the signs popping up of what direction you want to go to. But also, it's like you can choose your signs. You can say to the universe, I want to see a blah, 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 and that means I am on the right path. And then you let it go and you wait. And so you can give yourself these signs so that you keep constantly knowing that you're on the right path. I always see BR and then numbers, so that's my sign. That's what I chose. They showed me first, and then I went, that's a good sign, and then I took it, and I keep using it whenever I see BR. I know that I'm on the right path because that's my name, Bobbie Richardson, right? And I see it all the time on number plates. But you can choose any sign. You can say whenever a feather falls in front of me, or then I know I'm on the right path. Or you could say if I roll this dice and it's going to be a 5, then that means that I'm really good at manifesting this week, or something like that. You can choose and play with the game. They want you to play with the game using the signs. It makes things more fun, more adventurous. And then we have friendships. So, wow, are we bringing in our soul tribes or what? Look at that. Kingship and friendship. We're definitely bringing in our soul tribes, and we're expanding our reality with it. That's really cool. I like that. Okay. We'll get one more card, and then I'm going to go into free Chatbar readings for you guys. So it's good to be back. I'm going to do a small video on my beautiful home once we've put everything in its right place. My nails are terrible at the moment because I've been lifting heavy boxes and scrubbing things and all that sort of stuff, tidying up my old place and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, I'm really happy doing it though. Okay. Yeah, my move was fantastic. It was hard work physically, and a lot to get used to because there's a lot of new things around me, like this desk. Because my partner bought me this, and this new desk in front of me, it's the same wood as this. We've got the new puppy that you would have seen at the beginning. So if you didn't see the beginning of this, go back to the beginning and you will see my beautiful new family member. Her name is Penny. So I'm not there yet, guys. I'm just going to do one more. I'm going to just choose one more. I'll do from the Alice in Wonderland card, and then I'll get into free reading straight after this. Sorry if I wasn't clear with that. Okay, and I'm still sorting out the background. We're going to lift this picture up so it's actually hung. That's actually a painting that I did of the ascension process. I did it many years ago, actually. Oh, here we go. I've got a few cards flipping out here, so don't really want to. But we have falling. That's so interesting because we had trust, and trust is the same as this falling card. Unknown, descent, movement, and change. So we really are leaping off a cliff into this unknown place of when you take that jump off a cliff into something unknown, right? It's nothing to do with where you're going. It's nothing to do with where you're logically saying you're going. It's got everything to do with how you're feeling when you jump. When you jump, do you jump into it going, I know I'm going to be supported. I love myself so much that everyone's going to love me. The universe loves me. When you jump into something that's brand new, are you feeling that support when you do it? Because if you jump and you're like, oh my God, I'm not sure, you become like all closed in and you don't have the wingspan of the butterfly. You're like protected like that beetle. And so you end up dive bombing, going, why does it always happen to me that I end up having problems? And it's because you never jumped into it with absolute trust of who you are, that you know you're leading yourself to the right place. So that's where you can bring those signs in. I'm going to make sure before I jump that I'm going to get the right signs coming in. So I have this, I'm teaching my logical brain, it's okay to jump. You don't need to overprotect me with the what ifs. Just trust. So yeah, that's what the energy is all about this week. Sorry that my coaster was stuck to my glass. Okay, let's get into some free Chatbar readings with you guys. Sorry about that. Hey, free speech. Okay. No, I'm going to do feeling tarot, but I'm going to do different tarot. Okay, let's do this. Thanks, Katie. I'm still arranging everything at the moment with the altar at the background and stuff, and I want to be a little bit more freer too and walk around a bit, but show you around a bit. Let's do this. Let's do a reading for, actually, I'm going to do Katie first because I had her in my brain when a card fell out, but I put it back. So let's do Katie first, and she's helping. And then we'll do Annie for helping, and then I'll go from there. Okay, so we have the High Priestess, Katie. Ooh, you're stepping into some power. So you have the High Priestess. Just, really taking me to what she's holding, and I'm like, what is she holding? And I thought it was like the apple, like the poisonous apple that Snow White was given, but it's like it's not poisonous to you. You have a fuller understanding of who you are as a High Priestess, that you can see if something's coming to you that's not conducive. You can see you're starting to really have a fuller understanding of your power, because the King of Pentacles fell out with it as well. So High Priestess, which is a spiritual understanding of who you are, plus grounding that spiritualness into something tangible. The King of Pentacles knows what he does in this material world. He can ground everything. So you're grounding your spirituality through business, through understanding how to back yourself fully with what you're going to attempt. And I believe that with that High Priestess within you and the King of Pentacles, what you do now is going to work. It might take some time, or it might still be in the beginning stages of it, but it doesn't matter. It's going to work. So, and I think you kind of know that deep down in the core of yourself because of that High Priestess coming out too. I'm not sure if Annie actually asked. Well, she's not here. Annie, if you want a reading, just say yes, please, and I'll give one to you. Okay, we've got Divine. Yes, please. Divine. I'm just going to choose these randomly too, guys. Sorry if I misuse, just the way it goes. I'm trusting that I'm getting to the right people at the right time. For some weird reason, they wanted me to take a card out of that pile for you, Divine. But you have Page of Pentacles and it's in reverse. So there's someone offering you something, but you're not seeing it just yet. You're not totally taking advantage of it. There's victory coming with this. It came out, I put it like this, it's like crossing. It's like a victory that you haven't acknowledged. Something that's, you're like, it's like, oh, well, next thing, next thing, and not actually acknowledging your victory, you're victorious in what you're doing. And so you end up having missed opportunity of something that was gifted. No, it's not that you missed it in a way that you just didn't celebrate it. That's what I'm trying to say. You just didn't celebrate. And they want you to celebrate things as they come up, beautiful things that happen, that they come up. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kathy, for that $10. So I'll give you a quick reading now. 10. Thank you very much. Didn't have to do that at all. Huh. Kathy. Okay, just different energy with you, Kathy, than Divine. Well, everyone has different energies, but sometimes it's very different. Okay, here we go. So you've gone through a heartache, something's like stabbed you in the heart, but you're coming through this because it did come in reverse. So there's something that's come into your reality. This could be well truly in the past that it happened, but it's like a fear of it happening again, and so it's stopping you, but it's actually helping you. Interesting. Let's see if there's any other cards coming up. They are showing you something with all of this that's happened to your life and the mayhem and all that's gone wrong with you and hurt you. It's actually showing you how to become the high priestess and the creator of your own reality, and connecting back to your soul, understanding that there's more power in that than what your logical brain has allowed you to experience, or because we have two sides of ourselves that are warring. And it's Seven of Pentacles has also come up. See, look at this. Here's this man, he's contemplating what to do. So he's holding on to something here and going, oh, I don't know my next move. I've done all this and I've gained and I've lost and all that sort of stuff. But I'm contemplating what to do. So what's she doing? Here's the same, it's almost looking like the same high priestess is offering him a coin and going, trust me, trust my soul's connection, trust that my intuition, trust that this is going to be okay now, trust that I can move forward and I will be fine because I'm trusting myself and who I am and loving who I am. So there's a big shift there for you at the moment, Kathy. And just go with the flow, go with the process. Remember, if you keep saying to yourself in your mind, I am going to trust what I think in my mind and love who I am, then it's going to lead me to the right place. Surround yourself in your environment with things that you want to hear, things that you want to see. That makes a big difference as well. Certainly did to me through my healing process. Who else? We've got Rainbow. Thank you, Rainbow, for that $5. You don't need to give me donations to get a reading, but I do appreciate it. Rainbow. I feel this kind of like almost intenseness, like you want to move forward, and it's like, I just want to get this done kind of feeling. Oh, look at this, Knight of Wands. That's exactly what I was feeling as a Knight of Wands. And Knight of Wands is a fire. He just wants to get it done. But I'm almost feeling like they're asking me to pull back, take a few deep breaths. It's okay to sit in nothingness. Nothingness will actually move you forward faster than what this and doing, because that's actually the mind taking over, thinking that it needs to do a lot to get things done. And King of Wands came in, which is an action card as well. It wasn't reversed. I'm not gonna do it in reverse for some reason, but this is an action card. Of knowing how to apply your action into your life, into your daily life. So if you are going at it full at the gate, then you become the slave to the action. But if you just sit present with yourself and know that when you need to get up and do something, you will do it because you have that fire within the wand and you will do it. But in the meantime, you can sit back a little bit more. But there is a reason why this oomph is happening with you. It's because your soul, it's almost like, I know what I need to do now, so I just want to get it done. Or I'm coming up to knowing what I need to do. There's something that's really pushing you forward. Anyway, let's get into helping somebody else out here. We have Lady Sabaya. Knight of Cups. Nice. Lady Sabaya. You're a lot more grounded, centered energy. Just be prepared that you don't. Watch your thoughts that you're not preparing for something to knock you off your harmony. Like they show me you sitting in harmony, and then like a whirlwind coming, and you're like, I've got to be prepared for it. As soon as you prepare for something, it just becomes. And so it is preparing for harmony. Because you've got the Knight of Cups. See how he's just pleasantly in control of his emotions, and the nature's offering him a gift. So there's something easily coming your way when you're in this harmony. Just be aware that you're not preparing for something to go wrong, that you're constantly preparing for more harmony in your life. That's what they're trying to say. Thanks, Kathy. Deanne. I'm going all over the show here on this chat bar, so sorry. I'll go back and forth. Deanne. Oh, it's like you have this thought of, I really want to help the world. Okay. It's not just like we want to help the world because we've been taught that we have to do things outside of us to help the world. We don't realize how much power and help we give the world or gift the world when we come into balance and center within ourselves and trust and support who we are. We don't realize how powerful that is because we're being taught since birth that only action outside of us is the only thing that helps, and that we have to physically. And it's not that you don't physically do something. That is absolute. You know that can follow through with physical, something physically that you have to do. I can't move a house without actually physically moving a house. But the power of me getting into the situation of leaving a little unit where I was, healing and into this beautiful home had to come from my central point first to magnetize my reality to me. So there's so much power in that. And I'm bringing that up for you because I felt like, you almost like you know you can help more. And they said to help more is to do the inner, is to see the power within yourself, your powerful self. Look at that. And then the magician falls out for you. So this is you learning how to wield all the tools that you have within yourself to be a magician, to realize when you need to do action, you can do action, but there's a lot of power in just supporting you as a magician, supporting you as this powerful, beautiful person, and allowing the world around you to the environment around you to change in reflection to the power that you're taking back yourself. Oh, the birds are chirping, yeah. I'm in a really, just my house is so beautiful. I'm so lucky. I'm going to do a video and show you. Yeah, go back to the beginning and you'll see my beautiful puppy too. Okay, who else have we got here? So, okay, there's heaps here. Jennifer. There might have been some disharmony around you, Jennifer. I feel my head is spinning a bit like, ooh. They're showing me, take a breath. Whenever you feel disharmony around you, it could be family members or something, but whenever you feel disharmony around you, go take yourself out of it and go recenter yourself. Stare into the abyss if you need to, just for a while, lying on your bed. Give yourself an opportunity to recollect your energy. Yeah, 9 of Swords. So the cards are really matching what I'm feeling at the moment. So it's like this, why are people getting at me? And your head's like, Well, if you take yourself out of the situation, like even if you go to the bathroom or something and just sit and just go, right, I'm going to recollect my energy and I'm going to find a peaceful place within myself. And then I'm going to just trust. It's really interesting. I've done this through my life where I've just gone, my household was mayhem. I had flatmates and everything, and I've just gone crazy, all this crazy energy everywhere. And I just went in my room and went, I'm not doing this anymore. Thank you for the lesson. And I recollected my energy and I just went, I understand now. I don't need to do this. I don't need to keep doing the battle within me that's reflected outside of me. And then I walked out of that bedroom into the kitchen, and my flatmate come up to me and said to me, I'm leaving. I don't need to be here anymore. I'm going back to my husband, or I'm going back to wherever I'm leaving. And it was that quick. So they want you to do that. Just have a crack at it, seeing how you can shift your energy from the inside and then trusting what happens on the outside instead of going at it like this, which is actually fueling the energy. The more we do this, the more we feel it, right? Look what's coming up for you, though. We have the World. They are really beautiful. And the 6 of Pentacles offering coming in once you get the hang of this. This is just teaching you when to let go and trust your energy and when to move forward. Who else have we got here? I'll just get rid of this person. I'll use it for this channel. Okay, so we have, who else have we got here? Kathy, Jennifer, Mary, Tari Smith, Mary. Okay, Mary. So you have the 5 of You have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is not realizing your worth, your self-worth. And that's only through probably a program that was taught to you by your parents. But if you have a better understanding of the fact that, excuse my puppy outside, I'll bring her in actually. I'll just quickly read this though. The better understanding, when you were a child, there was something that happened to you that they made you feel like you weren't worthy enough. And this program's been coming up for you so that you can look at it again. If you look at it through the eyes of realizing that your parents were only coming from the best that they knew, that they had no idea, they had no other understanding of what reality was. They thought that they were doing the best for you. That sort of thing, it still came from love. Even though it wasn't the right thing to do, it still came from love. Then you can start to clear that problem. I'll go get my puppy. Hang on. Come on. Come and say hello while I do a couple of more readings. So this is Penny. Okay. And you remember, she's only 12 weeks old. Okay, so who else have we got? I'm not going to shuffle, obviously, but I'm going to just pull a card and feel into for the next one. So we have, who haven't we done? Holy crap. Jasmine. Jasmine. You want to help me with 2 readings? Jasmine. You know what? I'm just going to spread them out and trust this. Jasmine. Okay, Jasmine. 8 of Swords has come up for you. I do believe with this card, even though it looks like there's a definite mind game happening within yourself. So whether it be the overpowering, well, you should have done this right, angel over here, or the devil's going, come over this way is the best way, and it's a way that you've tried and it never worked. It doesn't matter. The 8 of Swords is an entrapment of thinking that either of those are the right way, and yet it's not allowing your mind to stay centered and still enough to feel into how you truly feel about yourself. You're overwhelmed with different opinions within your own mind. They're wanting you to just let go of everything and jump. See the fall? He doesn't care. He's just going to leap off. He doesn't know if someone's going to save him, but look at his happy look on his face. He's like, nah, I'm a fool. I don't care anymore. But the ego in the background is his soul saying, you'll be safe because you are happy. And they're bringing me to that movie, the Avatar movie, where I've forgotten her name, but she jumps off cliff and she falls into each of these different leaves. She doesn't know which one she was going to land on. She couldn't see past the first few leaves, but she had an absolute faith and trust in herself when she jumped. And then when she jumped, she ended up being safe on the ground, where the guy, I've forgotten their names because it's been a while since I watched it. When he jumped, he just went, because he's like, in his head, before he jumped, he's like, I'm never going to see anything. I'm never going to find anything. I'm not going to be able to do what she did. So as soon as you say that, that is literally what happens. So this is why they're asking you to let go of your mind and trust a little bit more on yourself. Hey, Katie, she's always still with me. Yeah, she just loves being with me. Don't you? Thank you. She's actually crazy out there. And then as soon as she sits with me, she's still. She's a little sausage dog. See? My little limousine. You want to say hello to everyone? You shy. You shy. She's beautiful. And she'll put stillness in your mind too when she's like this. Eh? Okay. Who else are we going to read? Mm. Oh, fantastic, Mary. I'm glad I can help. Well, that's a lesson for you at the moment. So that's fantastic. I mean, I put out that to begin with, before I do these readings, that I'm going to help people ascend into their highest vibration. So if I can do that, then I will do that. Who else have you got? Is there anyone else that I've missed that needs a card for this morning before I say goodbye? Say hello. Say hello. Hello. Hey, everybody. My name is Penny. Oh, yeah, she just wants to snuggle, doesn't she? Okay, I'll let her snuggle. Okay. Katie. Did I not do one for you, Katie, earlier on? I thought I did. I might have. I think I did do one for you earlier on, Katie. But we'll do this one, Four of Swords. So be careful. Patience is needed at the moment. You might feel like nothing. No, I did do a reading for you because I can remember. They're bringing it back up for me in my head. Go back to the beginning. I think you missed your reading, Katie. And if I didn't, I'm so sorry, but I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, Maggie. I just want to get a few others. And Two of Swords that's come up for you. The Hierophant is someone that's holding a scroll in the back, but he's all to do with religion and what's right and what's wrong. The person in the front of this card is standing there with two wands. He's wanting to move with action. He's wanting to go forward, but he doesn't know which one to go with. He's looking back and he's thinking, is that person with the scroll and the religious scroll at the background that's in the cave, is that the way to follow, or do I follow? What do I follow? I'm just going to pick another card so you've got. And then the World comes up. So this is the beginning of a whole new story for you. Something that's going to make you realize when you come full circle within your own reality that you have always been the creator. Yeah. And each choice that you made had nothing to do with the choice that you made. It had to do with how you felt about the choice. So sky imagination. We have the Eight of Wands come up. So we've got some traveling coming up for you. It did come up in reverse, but I don't feel like reading in reverse today for some reason. Traveling card, but it's also asking you to, instead of traveling and seeing with your logical mind where you need to go, they want you to just play with your life. And if you play with your life, the journey will appear in front of you. The journey's going to appear. The adventure's going to come. And then you're starting to see through your soul rather than through your logical mind, and you're taking a new path through that connection. So there's something really cool coming for you. Okay. Maybe she's going to go to sleep. So cute. Okay, Kiora. Okay, here we go. I'm just reading some of these. Who else have we got? Malcolm. Okay, you've got the moon. So the illusion of life. Feeling into your emotions a lot more. Crab's really sticking out for me at the moment. Like your emotions are driving you forward, and you're having a better, fuller understanding of who you are through your emotions rather than denying. Sometimes when we deny something, and we've been taught to deny something and it's part of us, like, isn't it crazy that we've been taught to deny all these emotions and yet they still are present? You've got to get to the point where you go, well, denying's not working. Acceptance is the only path. Acceptance of the emotions, and then you have a better, fuller understanding of why they're happening, and then you can clear them much faster. So you can go through life still with the emotions coming up, but they're actually your map, they're your guide. They cut through the illusion. They teach you where to go, instead of repressing them and saying I shouldn't have that, and then not seeing the path in front of you that your emotions are trying to lead you to. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Guys, until Thursday, I'll do some channel messages on Thursday. And Mia, say goodbye. No, you're all shy. She's all shy. Okay, love you guys heaps. Until next time. Bye.